I'm always looking, so better watch what you
Ooh.
do.
Are
Should
you
always.
looking? Are you looking at this? You can't see what I was doing, but I had my hand down here, going like I was holding my penis at you.
Nice, nice. I assumed as much. Thank you.
I can't do that in reality though because it's too
Right. Yeah. No. Definitely.
small.
Definitely. All right.
Anyway, that was a failed ass joke.
Hey everyone, it's Monday night. Welcome to the Extra Live Show. I'm your host Kyle McCauley. Tonight, with me as always, I'm joined by the other Kyle, Kyle Penrod.
Ah, ah.
Hey.
All right. I didn't have anything written down for that.
Do you have things written down most of the time when we do this?
Yeah, I had a notepad of
Witty
stupid shit to
catchphrases.
say. Of stupid shit to say whenever you introduce me,
Mm-hmm.
and then I would just choose things at random. You know.
Do you remember what this notepad included?
Um. Well, I mean, I'll tell you later, but I mean, there was all kinds of shit, dude. Like, be picking your nose, and you know, say that you weren't wearing any pants.
Yeah, you already did that one.
Yeah, I know.
So,
I've already done like most of them. That's the thing. So
you have to
that's why I'm running out.
rework that list.
I thought about like taking a drink of my water and then making a noise and be like, "Oh, hey, what's going on?" You know. So,
Oh shit!
oh shit, we're doing it live.
Nice, nice. Well, welcome to the show, everyone. Kyle, how you doing
Yay!
tonight?
I'm doing okay. How's you?
I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty
Good.
good.
Good. Good.
Good.
Good. Good.
That's
Hey,
great.
Jack's right next to me.
Hey, Jack.
He's like, "Fuck you! I'm sniffing this tablet."
I'm gonna shut this out. Give me a
Uh,
minute.
I
I'm
gotta
gonna
see.
be.
I gotta see what this is all about. Yep, that's how you play an MMO.
Well, speaking of MMOs, why don't we go ahead and we'll jump right into what we've been playing this week.
Whee!
And Kyle, what have you been playing this week?
Now I know we talked about playing certain games, for the Android and everything, and I said, "Fuck that shit! I'm not playing it." So I started playing this game called Order and Chaos Online.
Can I preface this real quick?
Yeah,
So what you're referring to is an outside discussion from the podcast where specifically you sent me a message and you're like, hey, what about mobile games? You know, maybe we should check those out. You know, see what those are all about. And I was like, okay,
yeah,
yeah,
I did that.
let's go ahead and try that. And I've got some buddies at work who have been playing a game called Summoner's War, and they've constantly been trying to get me to play it and everything. And you know, I sent you that message. I was like, you know, hey, let's check out Summoner's War. And I don't know how much you played of it. The little bit that I played of it, I was not 100% like not really feeling it too much. Like I could see that there's a game there that I might enjoy, but it was bogged down so much by its mobileness in the beginning that I was like, I'm not really gonna have a chance with this. And I gave you a list of some other games to check out, and I was talking up a few of them and whatnot. And I think it was like a couple days ago, you sent me a message with, "Yeah, fuck that. We're not. I'm not."
Is that what the message said?
It's something like that. I can pull up my phone right now, but you were just essentially, "Yeah, fuck those games. I'm not playing those." Which is
That's really what happened.
that's a classic Kyle Penrod response, really.
It was good. I gotta find it too.
So suddenly out of nowhere, though, you found this game. Is it Order and Chaos?
Yeah, it's Order in Chaos
So
online.
can you tell me a little bit? Like, where'd you find this game at?
Okay, so I got to thinking. I'm sorry, I'm reading our conversation, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, I put, dude, I don't like these games. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea. But yeah, it was pretty much like, well, fuck that shit. Oh man. Uh, so yeah. How did I find this game? Okay. After I had talked to you about not liking Oh hell.
And here come the yawns.
Fucking after I talked to you about not liking the games that you picked out, which to be fair, I do need to go back and check out Summoner's War.
Mhm.
Because dude, like I'm not gonna lie, I did download the other one, Terror Battle. I did not like that. Mm, wasn't having that. Um, but man, the fucking I do need to go back and download the Summoner's War because I didn't play that one. I watched videos. And
Last time I'd
I
recommend the
know,
game to you.
I know. Hey, I'm gonna check it out. I just ran out of time.
Mhm.
Um, but look, I know what I like. Okay, I
Yeah.
know what I like to play in games, and you're not gonna. I don't think you're gonna find FPSs too readily on Android devices.
Hmm.
Um, and I don't think RTSs would transfer over to the platform all that well. So then I
Really?
was
I feel like,
too much micromanaging, dude. There's
I
too much
mean,
shit.
uh, excuse me for interrupting. Like, oddly enough, I feel like they've tried to put a lot of FPSs on tablets and mobile devices to like really shoddy quality and reception. Like they were just not very good. But I feel like RTSs could definitely do a little bit better. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of micromanaging, so you would probably have to kind of like rework some of the mechanics to kind of work better on a mobile platform. But I feel like RTSs like I feel like actually RTSs could find a new home on the mobile platform.
I mean, I'm not
Um,
saying it's a bad idea
right.
or anything. I just at the time that I was thinking all this, I just didn't think it would be all that great.
Mhm.
Um, which I mean, I might be wrong. I mean, I probably am.
Oh, hey,
RTS games.
you
What?
muted yourself. Sorry,
What?
you muted yourself. Just letting you know. Now you muted yourself again.
Am I unmuted?
Yeah, now you are now.
Are you sure?
As far as I know, I can hear you.
I didn't even.
I don't even know why that's so funny. You're just...
Because who do you know that does that?
you apparently. Oh man.
Anyway, okay, so I typed, and I hope I can be heard. Will you check the stream real quick?
Yeah. No, I know you can be heard right now. The stream we're already laughing, so you're fine. Don't worry about it. Just keep
All
going.
right. Um, so I searched for Android RTS games, and I've got a list, quick counting, like different lists, but quick counting all of them up, dude. Like 36 games.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, so yeah, there may be. But like you said though, it's definitely going to have to be reworked because you're not going to have the fine, like being able to select shit. Like, especially for me, like, dude, I fat finger shit a lot on that screen.
Yeah.
um, so at any rate, so I got to thinking, I'm like, well, what about MMOs? Like MMOs don't actually require a shitload of input
Hmm.
to play. Like when I was playing WoW, like there were times, you smack auto run and then move around with the mouse,
Right. Right.
and shit. So like, um, they don't take a whole bunch of input, and it would be, I could have it with me everywhere. Like I would think that for MMOs, the most addictive video game that we've ever created as humankind, dude, would be on a mobile platform would be it. That's like a match made in hell, you know,
Yeah.
for people for MMO players. Um, the hell?
I was adjusting my camera.
Oh. Well, now your head's cut off.
I know. There. A little bit better.
Did you just make your chair go down?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Um, so yeah, I Google search Android MMO games,
Hmm.
find a list, whole bunch of games. Look up, and now I have realized this, in recent years. Look up the fucking gameplay videos,
Hmm.
okay? Because they straight lie to you in the pictures for the games, okay?
I believe that.
Uh, there was one called like Dragon some shit. The pictures for that game, dude, they looked fucking gorgeous. And then the gameplay is absolute shite. Like, and it's not even like MMO gameplay. It's like, for that game, it's like Final Fantasy. Like the
Okay.
combat is like Final Fantasy. You
Turn
know,
based.
well, not that it's turn based. It's just that like you're on the map and then you have an encounter and then you go to this other screen that's your battle screen and
Oh,
shit.
okay. Yeah.
And it's not that's not like true MMO style games. I mean,
Yeah.
that could be considered a massive multiplayer online game. Yes, yes. Don't argue with me about that shit. Um, not you people. But at what I'm looking for, what I look for in an MMO is an immersive environment, okay, and a rich environment, which is why WoW appealed to me so well, so much when I was playing WoW. So anyway, lo and behold, at the bottom of the list, Order and Chaos. What?
No, just go. Just go.
Um, damn it. Order and Chaos Online. At the bottom of the list. Well, I say the bottom of the list. It was in the number on
Yeah,
this
hold on.
particular.
I'm sorry, you lagged out there for a minute. It was on the number what?
It was in the number one slot. I say at the bottom of the list, but it was at the number one slot. It
Oh, okay.
counted it counted down from the least liked.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
no, I'm wrong. It was at the bottom of the list. It got an honorable mention because at the time the list was created, it was a pay game. You
Hmm.
had to pay to play.
Interesting.
Um, anyway, it's free now. You can play the game for free. From what I've been told, it's pay to win, so that kind of sucks. But at the same time, I don't really give a shit about winning an MMO. So so yeah, Order in Chaos Online looks exactly like World of Warcraft. Exactly. So it's like, well, this is gonna appeal to me, right? So I've been playing it for probably about a week on and off now.
Yeah.
Um, and and not for great extended periods of time. The first night that I discovered it was the night that I was having trouble sleeping, and I played it for like 2 hours straight until the battery died on my tablet.
Wow.
Um,
That's impressive.
yeah, so um, it's honestly the first Android game that I found engaging at all.
Hmm.
Like for me, it seems like the Android games are more like little novelty games, for Candy Crush and shit like that. It's just they're not like great grand games.
Hmm.
Anyway, um, so yeah,
I gotta say, I'm actually very surprised you found an MMO on a mobile device. Like,
right?
yeah,
I
never would have
did
thought of
not
it.
expect it. I did not expect it to happen. And also, you can't find that shit in the Android store. Use Google to find shit in the Android store. I typed in MMO in in Google Play, dude,
Yeah.
and I got all kinds of dumb shit.
Hmm.
You know, um, and it's like, well, this isn't what I was looking for at all. And plus you got to look up the gameplay. You really have to vet what games you download out of that store because, dude, you don't know. Like like I said, they do a really bad job of showing you what the actual game looks like.
Yeah.
They'll show you a bunch of really awesome looking pictures, and like then the gameplay's not even what that even looks like,
Yeah. Yeah.
So that really bothers me.
That's been a pretty big issue on both the Android store and the iOS store. really since the beginning.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why I've kind of stayed away from mobile gaming is, anything that looks like it actually has promise turns out to be completely fake.
Yeah, it's a
You know?
huge disappointment,
Yeah.
and it's because it's community driven.
Yeah.
They can put up what they can put whatever the fuck they want
Hmm.
up there, um, so yeah, the game's fun. There's let's see, there's 4 races, 5 races, I can't count. Uh, 5 races and 4 classes. For the races, there's humans, elves, orcs, undead. Then there's these Mendel, these little Ewok looking guys. Um, I didn't want none of that shit. Went straight for the orcs. Fuck everything else. Uh, and then
Are you an orc man?
yeah, I like orcs. Um, well, humans are boring. Elves are gay. Undead is stupid, and fucking
Oh man.
it's the way it is. Um, and then orcs are just like, like Hulk looking guys,
Right, right.
So
You didn't want to be a Ewok?
honestly, I didn't even look at those guys, dude. I was like, yeah, humans, elves, nah, or click. Didn't even look at the Mendel, dude.
When you play a game like this, are you kind of going like power fantasy, or are you going like full blown role play? Like, are you just like trying to like get the biggest buffest dude, and like get those badass armor, badass everything? Or do you kind of like what's what we're looking for? I don't know. Like, so whenever I play, like, I won't necessarily go for like an orc or anything like that. Like, I would probably actually would have picked the little Ewok guy because it's the most interesting one and one that I haven't really seen a whole lot. Like, what's
Oh
your
yeah.
what's your uh your tactic there as far as like creating a character?
Oh, I just like the biggest, baddest looking dude. Most of the time, or the goofiest looking guy.
Fair, fair.
I flip flop from one extreme to the other. Like I used to do that in WoW all the time, dude. I'd make a character and just make them look just as dumb as I possibly could, dude. Um, so I mean that there's not a lot of thought actually for this game. Once I saw the graphics and I was like, oh, this does look exactly like WoW. I just recreated my shaman
Yeah,
for WoW, so he was an orc, so automatically choose an orc, right? So
right.
as far as that's concerned, I don't role play in MMOs. I don't role play at all.
Hmm.
Uh, I I could never get into that shit. That is another fucking level of gameplay, dude. That's woo man. Them people, yeah, they're special. So,
So you don't role
um,
play when you play a role playing game, is what you're saying?
no, I don't.
No.
I mean, I'm talking about okay for me, it's like the RPers that you see in chat, that like
Hmm.
are standing there trying to be NPCs in the game, dude. Like people do that shit, man. That's
Really?
fucking weird. All right. I mean, if your idea of fun is to log into the game and then stand there as an NPC and talk to people as they walk by in like a character, you're weird, dude. And I have seen people doing this in WoW.
Yeah.
So it does happen, and yeah. Of course, then again, for me, there in my WoW career towards the end, the greatest fun for me was to see how much shit I could buy and then sell back into the auction house.
Hmm.
But that comes more from like a stock trading kind of mentality, though.
Hmm.
But you know, four classes: warrior, ranger, mage, and monk. Obviously warrior, duh, big tough ironclad guy, dumb as rocks, runs in there. Ranger sits back, shoots everybody. Mage sits back, fires off spells at everybody. Monk sits back, watches everybody else die. But the monk is the only healer class in the game, which would obviously is going to be my class because I played a Resto Shaman in World of Warcraft. So there you go.
Yeah.
And I'm currently putting all of my. I put most of my talents so far into Divine to make farming easier, because us cheating ass healing classes can just run in and aggro a bunch of shit and then kill it all while nothing can kill us. Yeah, it's good times. So.
I have like almost no idea what you actually just said, but I'm with you.
Okay, so aggro mobs,
Yeah, I kind
you
of get
run
that.
in, get them on you. And then since you can heal, and being the only healing class in the game, you
Hmm.
can aggro more mobs than like a warrior could.
Hmm.
Because a warrior is just going to get beat down to hell and not be able to heal himself, right? But like, even though I'm as the monk directly taking damage, the like I can mitigate that damage by healing myself, and
Yeah.
I have a spot heal and a heal over time heal.
Yeah.
So you use the heal over time and then use the spot heal if you need it, but then switch to your martial skills, and start beating the shit out of the mobs. And it only that's the thing. Like, I haven't even found any mobs that are like out leveling me. They're either same level or lower. So like it's been no problem to run in to the middle of a space wherever they're at, and then just aggro everything, heal myself, and just start trashing them, dude.
Hmm.
But you just got to make sure that you keep an eye on your health, because once you're losing, then you're fucking gone, man. They're gonna kill you. Um, so you gotta check. You gotta make sure you watch that shit. So yeah, that's what I'm currently doing. Um, I think I'm like level 15. That's it's funny. The leveling seemed to like take a lot more quests to get you leveled up. Like, it seems like I shot to like level 7, and then man, dude, you were staring into that camera. Um,
I'm staring into you, but yes, thank
yeah,
you.
I know, but
Looking deep into your eyes.
yeah, you're just like, your eyes are just piercing to my soul, dude.
Tell me more.
um, but yeah, it seems like I shot to level 7. I'm gonna put a window in front of you. They're killing me.
Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It seems like I shot to level 7, and then the leveling got, like,
Harder, slow
not harder.
down.
Like it's not harder. It's just taking more quests to level me up. It's like the experience jumped up a lot,
Oh, okay,
you
yeah.
know. Um, and I believe that the max level in the game is 70. So it's like, damn, if this happened now and I got to go to fucking 70, dude, this is gonna be ridiculous.
Hmm.
So, but we'll see how it goes. One of my goals. Well, my first goal is to get to level 20, and if I still like the game, then my next goal is to get to max level.
Hmm.
So, so we'll see how it goes.
So with this being a free game and all, how much freemium BS have you encountered?
Well, it just so happened that before we started this podcast tonight, I fired up the game, and put whenever you fire up the game, it puts an ad in front of you, and when you click off the ad, it takes you to a web page.
Hmm.
It did that twice in a row for the first time. And it's like, that is a pain in the fucking ass.
Hmm.
Um, and other than that, it does, like, when you go to one of the vendors, it always shows this little diamond, and it's like, click to buy diamonds. Oh, fuck.
Yawns.
Yeah, and it's like, click to buy diamonds, and it's like, fuck you, I don't want to buy any diamonds. Talk to me at max level, then I'll let you know if I'm going to spend money on your game.
Right.
But I can't really find anything about the population of the game. So I don't know how popular it is, if it's going to end up staying around or whatever, you know. So these are all little factors that kind of go into MMOs when you're trying to judge if you're going to play them or not. You
Yeah.
got to kind of look at how popular the game is. If it's not very popular, I wouldn't get into that game. You know, like a buddy of mine at work, this complete different game that he's playing is called Arcade. Um, Arcade just came out of a 30-hour downtime, which is huge for an MMO. Um, and like that's the second big thing that they've done. The first was that they had a server go down or something like that,
Hmm.
and then some people could advance their gameplay and log in and play, and then some people couldn't, and they didn't do anything about it. They just left it. So like you had some people not able to log in, and then other people able to log in and advance ahead of those people that are just for whatever reason barred from the game right now. So that's a terrible thing to be doing in MMOs, you know. And then then like I just said, 30-hour downtime. Dude, you can't be having fucking downtime in your games, okay?
Right.
Because people set time aside to play this fucking game. All right. And if you're down, say somebody took an extra day off at work or something like that, and they were gonna fucking play this game all goddamn day, and then it's down for that whole day, dude. Like, I understand we're talking about playing a game, but we live in 2014 in the United States of America, and we're white. All right, we could play. You know, this is what we do. Fucking I've done that though, dude.
Hmm.
This is coming from experience, man. I took vacation time. I took a week of vacation time when Cataclysm came out for a while.
Right.
I played that game for a solid week, dude. And if it was down at all during that time, dude, I would have been seriously fucking pissed. Um, so yeah. Anyway, enough of that rant.
No,
Um,
I completely agree, and you see a lot of that now, especially with games that are even single player but have an always online requirement. Recent like Diablo 3 when it launched back in 2012, that was a big deal. I mean, shit, that was the
yeah.
sequel to that was what 13 years in the making, something like that. I can't
I don't
remember.
know, some shit like that, man. It was a
It was
long time.
a long time, long time. A lot of people were waiting to play it, and a lot of people were looking to play it as just a single player experience. And it had all those server issues, the error 37 and everything like that, and nobody could get it on and play it the first day. God, it was almost the first week. It was having so many issues, and something like SimCity, the new one that came out last year, same issue. Like people take time off for those types of games, and I mean, when you're having server issues, like yeah, that can definitely cause a huge problem.
Yeah. I mean, and I mean, that can, as far as MMOs are concerned, man, you don't gain those people back.
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
once you've burned them, you've burned them. They
Right.
don't come back. Look up a game called Vanguard.
Yeah.
That exact shit happened to that game, and that game was awesome. When they finally got all the shit figured out and everything, that game was great, and
Yeah.
it could have been something good. But dude, they burned like, oh fuck, dude, like millions of people. That was enough, dude.
Hmm.
You burn
Hmm.
fucking millions of people, you're not having a game. It's not happening. They finally shut it down a couple of years ago. Um, I think they did. I'm not sure, but yeah. Anyway, back to the game at hand. Um, so this game's pretty cool because it boasts like thousands of quests,
Yeah.
and I loves my quests. Quests are awesome, dude. I don't know why. I like doing it. Um, the movement's a little bit clunky. You've got like, I'm gonna hold my hands like I would hold a tablet. You've got like a D-pad over here,
Mhm.
okay? Which having a D-pad on a touch screen is difficult. I keep getting the sensation to keep sliding my thumb up, and I
Really?
end up sliding my thumb up. Yeah, like here you go. Here's a tablet that I play it on. Okay, let me shut. Sure enough. Now, while I'm going,
Hmm.
I know this is not gonna fuck. It's not gonna work. While I'm going, you use your thumb and it shows a little circle, and then the direction that you're going is pointed on the circle.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, and you slide your thumb up to the edge of the circle, and your guy goes. Okay, and like, but I keep getting the sense. I guess since there's nothing to stop my thumb,
hmm
I keep pushing my thumb up, and I end up sliding, like I keep sliding it up the side of the tablet. So I'm constantly like resetting the way I'm holding the tablet, because there's no feedback to tell you when you don't need to do that.
yeah, yeah.
So
That's
and
interesting.
then
I've never heard of that phenomenon.
yeah, you'll have to watch me play sometime, and you'll see my hands, dude. I do it all the time. And then you use this thumb, um
You're right, thumb.
no, it's something else. Something caught my eye. Your right thumb to control the camera while you're moving. I couldn't tell if I was falling or if your thing was falling.
You're doing too much thumb movement. It
I was
caused
doing
the.
thumb movements. It knocked his camera off.
Oh man, was that a nice big thud on the audio?
No, it wasn't too bad, but it
Okay.
was just funny to look up and see the thing going.
That's awesome.
It's a good time.
Glad that can happen.
Um, did you see it going?
No, it
It
just
just went, huh?
dropped. It just out of nowhere. I was just like listening to you. You're doing your thumb thing, and all of a sudden it's like, I was like, whoa, shit, gotta pick it up. Ah,
So
that was
yeah,
all.
you use your right thumb to control the camera, and then as you're moving there for a little bit, there'll be a faint arrow that shows up on the screen, and that's your
Yeah.
auto run, and you
Okay.
can hit that. Now that helps a lot as far as the continuous sliding of the thumb up the fucking side of the thing. Um, because then you just move for a little bit, and then the auto run comes up, and you hit that, and then you just direct him around.
Mm-hmm.
Um, with the other one. So and that works out pretty good. Movement in building sucks ass. If you back the camera up to a wall and it zooms in on you, that you cannot see anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that's really bad. But if you stay away from the walls, you should be fine. I've started to get used to it. It's like anything. There's a little bit of a learning curve. It's different controls.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Um,
third-person cameras are always kind of bad with like indoor environments and whatnot with walls.
yeah, because the camera, it wants to be like, I like to have the camera zoomed out a lot away from my character so I can
Yeah.
see as much as possible
Yeah.
around him. So if you've got the camera like that and then you go inside, the camera can't get to the distance that it should be without going outside the wall, and
Mm.
then it would just be looking at the building. So it can't do that.
Yeah.
So it clips on the wall and then stops, and then you keep backing into the wall and getting closer to the camera. So yeah, it's a pain in the ass. Um, but if you just, like I said, stay away from the walls, you'll be
Mhm.
fine.
Now, when I saw you playing the other day, you controlled the camera by like essentially using two fingers on the screen to like maneuver the camera. Is that correct?
No, just one finger will move the camera around.
Oh, really? Okay, okay.
Two
Um,
fingers. Oh, I did two fingers to zoom the camera in and out,
okay. I just
like you
happened
would
to
a
look
picture.
at the exact time that you were like swinging the camera and zooming it, and yeah.
Well,
Uh,
I think the camera was swinging around because I was trying to get. It doesn't always hit that second touch,
yeah.
so it doesn't. It's kind of zooming in and out is kind of a pain in the ass, actually. Actually, that's the most clunky control I can think of in this game so far.
Hmm. Hmm.
Is the zooming in and out, because if it doesn't recognize that secondary touch, you just whip the camera around. You know.
That's great. That's exactly what
So
I wanted.
yeah. Well, the good thing is though, you can just tap your character and it'll center the camera behind your character.
Hmm.
So you can always get back to center by hitting that. So it's not bad. Like I said, I'm enjoying the game so far. Oh, they got to get rid of that fucking that chat box at the bottom of the screen. That thing is the worst. It pops up, takes up way too much space on the screen. It's fucking stupid. I've hated it since the second I started playing the game. Honest to God, because you get in game and it's like, bang, pops up and it's like, oh fuck this, you know. So I've got like all the chat things turned off,
Yeah.
dude. Um, oh, and then people try to duel you a lot. I don't know why.
People like PvP.
Yeah, well, yeah, people like PvP, but I just wish, I don't know. I just wish people would, get that other people don't always want to duel. Because I had one guy. I've only had one bad experience with it so far, and it's not the game's fault. I'm not coming down on the game. It's the player. It's the player's fault.
Yeah.
But like I was doing the quest, and I was killing shit, and then somebody runs up, "Hey, I want to duel," and I'm like, "No, hey, I want to duel. No, hey, I want to duel." And all the while I'm fighting a mob. It's like duel, 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 right in the middle of my screen, and it's like, dude. I even sent him a message. I was like, "Fuck the fuck off, dude." you know, um, like literally go die. Uh,
Literally
so
go shoot yourself in the face.
yeah, go shoot yourself in the face.
Do
So
us all a favor.
yep. But yeah, all in all, good game. Check. If you're looking for that kind of thing on a tablet, check that shit out. It's free for fuck's sake, you can't beat it. Um, and I mean, like I said though, I'm pretty sure if I get like up in level and shit like that, I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up having to pay for something.
Hmm.
You whether even if it's just convenience. Um, and I've already kicked around the idea of buying some money already. Just to buy some money so I can trick my character out pretty good and everything. But at the moment, that doesn't even fucking matter.
Right, right.
MMOs are like get to max level and then worry about that shit. So I don't know, we'll see.
In
It's a good
in
time waster.
in the like the micro or in-app purchases and everything like that, is there one that like helps you level faster?
Not that I've seen,
Okay.
but you can get things that can get you more experience, and then you level faster.
Okay, okay. So
So
something that
you
would get
got
you more
that.
experience. Yeah. Well, so the reason why I asked that is a buddy of mine from work was talking to me one day about Star Wars: The Old Republic, the MMO that came out a couple years ago.
Oh yeah,
Started,
yeah.
yeah, started on the paid subscription model and then went to free to play. And I was discussing with him. I was like, what are some of the things that it did to transition to free to play, and some of the hooks that it used. And one of the ones that he was telling me is like by the time you get to like I think it was like level 15 or something like that. Now, granted, this is paraphrasing. It's been a while since I've had this conversation, so some of this could be wrong, or I could be getting it, mixed up. But it was like about level 15, you don't gain as much experience anymore, and you want to. The game tries to urge you to start paying money to get like experience doublers and everything to kind of help boost your level up. Like in a regular MMO, you would just keep leveling at the same rate that you were leveling before. You know, with difficulty like spiked in and everything of that sort. But specifically now that it was a free to play game, they had to kind of find different ways to monetize it, and that was one of the ways by slowing down the leveling. So you could still get to max level, but it was going to take you longer because you hadn't paid any money for it. And as soon as you said that you had reached level 7, and it seemed like it was taking a lot more quests to start leveling up. Um, I immediately thought of that. And I wanted to bring it up. I didn't know if maybe you'd seen any telltale signs of it.
Well, but the thing is though, I hadn't when that did happen, I hadn't left the area I was in yet.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, I'm not discounting
Hmm.
what you're saying. It is possible,
Hmm.
but I don't have anything to compare that with.
True. True.
So I mean, that's the thing. I kind of wouldn't. It's one of those things you kind of wouldn't notice.
Hmm.
um, unless you did the numbers. You know, like if you knew like how much experience the quest was supposed to give you, and yada yada yada, and how much you received. You know, things like that. Which I'll check out. I'll look and see if I can find anything on how much free to play element is in. I'm sorry, how much pay to play element is actually in the game.
Yeah.
And plus, if I do discover that on my own, you know, then like that'll actually that'll impact pretty good on whether or not I keep playing the game
Yeah. Yeah.
too. Because like if I've got to pay money to keep the experience rate, fuck,
Hmm.
you know, like that's pretty bad, you
Yeah.
know.
That's
How
that's
about
not a.
just make it more enticing to buy gear and shit like that, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Free to play model. The free to play model is a very fickle model.
Oh yeah.
It's a thin line between like, hey, we think we're doing a good job. We hope that you think we're doing a good job, and we want you to spend money on here because like this is a fun game. And then the other half of that line is, hey, the game's free, so you should pay some fucking money.
Yeah, that's true.
And if not, we're gonna shove ads down your throat. And if not, we're gonna make the game harder. Fuck you. Pay money. So, um, few games can pull it off. So it sounds like this one's at least 7 levels in, doing pretty well for you.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm like level. I'm pretty sure I'm like level like 12 now. So
Okay. Well, 12 levels in. It's doing pretty well for you.
yeah,
Any
like I said, I
other,
enjoy it. It's fun. It's a good time waster.
yeah, any other musings on it?
Um, no, it's pretty much all I had.
Hmm.
Um, but oh, actually, one of the weirdest things, I can't seem to stay comfortable while playing the game. You know,
Really?
like yeah, like it's sitting in my chair, like I would be looking down like this
Hmm.
at the thing, and that tends to hurt my neck
Yeah.
after a little
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
And then like I tried to lay down like in my bed and play it, like just like a fucking white lazy American man. You know, like I'm gonna lay in my bed and play my MMO. You know, and like I was laying, I just couldn't seem to stay comfortable. So yeah, like looking down at the tablet is kind of. I think if I sat at my desk and put it out like this, I'd be okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
But yeah, that's actually one thing that I can't. That kind of limits my time played is uh is I. Or it could be just that I'm kind of a little more restless nowadays than I have been in recent years. I just don't like sitting for long. So yeah, we'll see.
Cool. Well, I'm
Or
glad
maybe
you
if I had a
found.
couch that was worth a fuck. you know?
Oh man, my position that I've always found to be the best is kind of like, especially if you have a recliner, it helps a lot. But
Oh
kind of
yeah.
recline back a little bit, put your knees up, um, towards your chest, and just kind of set your tablet on your chest or not on
On
your
your knees.
knees.
Yeah.
So it acts as a stand, and you're right there, and you're kind of like already in a laid back position. You know,
Yeah.
but
Ain't got no recliner, son.
so
So yeah.
well, cool. I'm
What have
glad
you
that
been
you're
playing?
enjoying it. What
What have you been playing?
what have I been playing?
Yeah.
So I went ahead and checked out a little game called Terror Battle.
Boo.
Thanks.
That's the
Thanks.
one I did play. I didn't like it.
Um, so
Thanks, shit face.
so to preface this one, the reason why I checked this out, so I've been playing Final Fantasy IX, which I'm actually getting like super close to the end, and I'm getting like super stoked. Except I was doing some grinding and I died, and I haven't touched it for about a couple of days because I was really upset because I hadn't
Oh.
saved. Because I'm really fucking stupid and bad at that. But and I've been using the Final Fantasy wiki to kind of help myself along. Because let's face it, I'm a grown adult. I don't really have a whole lot of time, so anything to help me is fine. Fuck it. I don't. I'm call me a cheater. I don't care what you want to call me.
Yeah. I don't give no
And
fucks.
they keep advertising the game Terra Battle on there, mainly because it's from the creator of Final Fantasy, Hironobu Sakaguchi. I love saying that name. I could say it.
Here, Nobuo Sakaguchi.
Sakaguchi.
Oh, by the way, you remember the joke I made about that?
No, I don't.
I said, "Is it made by Yuobu Numatsu?"
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, he did the music.
He did do the music. Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome.
I forgot you made that joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you got the Final Fantasy creator making the game, and then you got the guy who used to do all the music for Final Fantasy doing the music for this game. So this is, like I'm in that Final Fantasy zone right now playing all the games. So that was like immediate like, yeah, fuck it, let's check this out, let's see what it's all
Add that
about.
to the pile. Yeah.
Yeah. And I look it up in the Google Play Store, and the screenshots were not doing it any justice because I'm looking at this thing and I'm like, I don't know what this is, because all I'm seeing is like pictures of characters and like this grid, and I was just like, how do you play something like this? Like what is this exactly? Because it kind of looks like a strategy title, but not a strategy title. So that turned me off for a little bit, and then I found a review somewhere. I can't remember where. I wish I could. But it was just talking, how well it was made, and how well it was doing. And I even read some of the reviews in the Google Play Store. I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll give it a shot. And I downloaded it, and I was surprised at how simplistic yet how deep the gameplay is. And by that, I mean, so the game takes place on a 6x6 grid, and you can have up to 6 characters in your party, and they all have different abilities, or they use different weapons, and it sort of works in like a rock paper scissors type of mentality, where your swords are better than um, your archers, but your archers are better than your spears, and spears are better than swords. So paper beats rock, rock beats scissors, scissors beats paper, and your all your enemies have the same abilities, and essentially all you're trying to do is move your characters to get either top and bottom of an enemy or left and right of an enemy. And once you do that, they engage in battle, and it's a dice roll behind the game, and yeah, I mean it's not necessarily random, but if you're choosing your strategy right, like you'll win every time. Um, so from the get go, it's extremely simplistic. You're just like, okay, I'm just moving the shit around and things are dying, not a big deal. Where like strategy actually starts to come in is later on, where you have 5 to 10 enemies on screen, and you're attacking multiple enemies at once, and you're doing it by moving your character around to then move other characters around, because anytime that you pass a character, it'll move behind where you just passed. So if I have a character who is above an enemy and I'm getting ready to move a character over to the left side of the enemy, I can essentially kind of pass through that character and put him on the right side. So that way I have, now I'm surrounding that enemy and we're attacking. And then if you get like other members like adjacent, they'll kind of come in and attack. Um, it's like just that alone was so much strategy, but in such a simplistic form that it's easy to play on the go. So when I'm going out to smoke at work on my breaks, I can kind of fire it up real quick and play a few battles, and then turn it off after my 15 minutes is done and go back in and go back to work. You know,
Hmm.
and I'm getting more of like a sense of satisfaction out of it than I would just firing up like Candy Crush. And like moving a few things around, dropping shit down, and moving on to the next level.
Yeah,
Um,
I think that may be the problem in the Android games is it's either they're uber simplistic or they got to take a while.
yeah, yeah,
So, whereas like somebody like me goes the take a while route, you know, because I got more time
hmm
that I know what the fuck to do with.
right.
So like, I can definitely see the value in, uh, all right, I'm doing this for the next 10 minutes. Let's fuck around on this thing, So
Hmm.
I can definitely see that being a thing. So
But yeah, so I'm definitely like I'm enjoying that aspect of it. The art is really well done. All the character art, all of the enemy art, everything like that. Like it's got that nice like Japanese anime look to it, but like more, I don't know, hardened, not like your cutesy wootsy anime. Um, just really neat shit, and the music's really good. My biggest like the thing that I'm like so happy about on this game is the game's completely free. So I have yet to pay a dime for it, and it's not giving me any of that freemium bullshit that I can't stand.
mm,
I've been playing for I'll say probably about 6 hours thus far. And which is quite a bit for me, especially on a mobile game. And I have yet to see the game like say, hey, pay about $5 here, and we'll refill your stamina meter. We'll give you extra, this credit, that credit, whatever. Just pay us money. Come on, come on, come on.
right,
We need money. Which I like a lot, and actually makes me want to pay money to this game because it's not shoving it down my throat, and I'm enjoying it, and I got it for free. So it's like, why not throw them a few bucks? They did
right.
a good job. They deserve, something.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, it entertained you, right?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's
But
not. Go ahead.
I just want to interject. How nuts is it though that we live in an age where you can get entertainment for free
Hmm.
on your little device, and like lots of entertainment for free on your little device, and it's like, oh, it just blows my mind, dude. I think I was over at your place talking about that game, dude, and just like flipping out about how like I can't believe that I'm like holding this fucking thing in my hand. It's like,
Spec- Specifically, yeah. When you turned on Order and Chaos, you were just like, man. 10 years ago, I was like buying new hardware to play WoW. Now I
yeah,
got this like fucking like 7-inch tablet. It's
right.
nuts.
It's fucking crazy pills. Anyway, I'm sorry.
No, 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 it's good, it's
I
good,
had
good.
to interject that.
Um,
Flips my
I
shit.
totally totally forgot what I was gonna say.
I'm sorry.
Ah, you're good. It probably wasn't anything too important.
I'm an asshole though. I gotta not do that.
Um, no, so I mean, I've been playing that the last couple of weeks. I'm really enjoying it. And I just took a trip to Wisconsin. On the ride back, I sat in back most of the time, and I just played it almost the whole way home. It was
Nice.
that good. And I mean, it keeps me entertained very much so. The only two issues that I have with the game are so I originally downloaded it on my phone. Then I downloaded it on my iPad, and it's got a nice little transfer feature, so you can kind of like transfer between the two devices. It's a little cumbersome, so like I've only done it once to the iPad, and then from the iPad back to the phone. But specifically, if you're not worried about necessarily playing this game on the go, and you just want to play it, and you have a tablet, play it on a tablet because for myself, I have these huge sausage fingers, and like I've got a pretty good size phone. I think it's like, I don't know, 6-inch screen or something like that.
Ooh, that's
And
causing an infinite effect
yeah,
on the camera.
um, like it's a good size screen, but the grid is so small that like the maneuvers that you need to do, I found myself messing up a lot. Because I was letting go too early, or specifically like some of the later levels, they have like spike pits, and if you move across the spike pit, your character, dies. And I was just trying to move all the way around it, and it like my fat fucking finger registered too high of a move, and I hit the spike pit, and then like screwed up my entire strategy. I was like, fuck. Um, so it's a bit of
Plot twist: the spike strips move.
it's a bit of a pain in the ass to play on the phone. But I mean it's serviceable. It works. The other thing, and this is almost a complete deal breaker. For whatever reason, I don't know if it's because it's constantly like having to download its levels or what have you. Um, it has to be online. And for a phone, you think that would be a big issue because your phone's constantly connected to the cellular networks, like you're constantly having an internet connection. Not a big deal. I have a prepaid service. I've got Virgin Mobile. It's a good service, but the reception sometimes dips a lot,
Uh,
and nothing is worse than sitting on my lunch break and finishing a battle and then it not being able to register because for whatever reason the service took a dip and now I have to redo all of it. And it's like that's bullshit. You
yeah.
know? Or if I'm hopping on it and for whatever reason like the internet's not coming up on it, like I can't even play the game. It's like really?
Yeah. See, that shit bugs me.
Yeah.
Uh,
I agree, and it's kind of bullshit that that's the way that it's built. I want to say that there is a reason as to why it's built like that, like on a like a technical level. Because there's nothing nefarious in there. That's like I can't think of anything that would like cause it to need to be in there for a bad reason. I feel like it was kind of designed like that, and not saying it was good design because it's kind of a shit design, but that was like their compromise for something. They were like, all right, well, we can't do this, but if we always have it connected, we can always, it can always download. It can always, and a lot of it may even have to do with like transferring between devices because if you're constantly updating the, the cloud with your information of where you're at in the game, you can easily transfer devices at any time. So that might be what it is. And if that's the case, like I'll forfeit that option for, being able to play offline.
well, I mean, it could just. Is there like online standings and stuff of how people are doing in the game and shit, or
I haven't really played with like,
because
go ahead.
it's not a PvP game?
Um, Hold on, let me turn down the volume here. I haven't actually thought about it, but there could be very much a. Oh boy, I shouldn't have done this in the middle of this podcast.
Oh, oh.
Uh, let's see here. Characters, items, what's new, messages, friends is coming soon, party formation. There is an arena, and it looks like you can do versus battle and co-op battle, but those are both coming soon. This game just recently released, so
Uh,
and a lot of the upgrades that they're doing are tied to how many downloads they get. It looks like it's getting a pretty good, healthy amount of downloads. So, um, yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like there's any like PvP at the moment, but I mean, even the PvP that it looks like they're gonna have in here doesn't look like it needs the game to be connected at all times. So, just specifically, like anytime that I start a battle, it has to like connect and download, and it's a very
uh,
quick download. It's literally like seconds. You don't even notice it. But if you're not connected to the internet, it cannot do it. Cannot do anything. It just sits there. It'll say network server error, blah blah blah, what have you.
I
So
see.
that's a bit of a downer, a bummer, but when it is connected, which is almost all the time, especially if you're on your phone, it's a great game. It's a lot of fun. It's a good time killer. And it's a good puzzle game. You know, I don't know. I don't know how else to say it. It's a lot of fun. And as much as I really didn't think I was gonna like it at all, I'm fucking loving it. That's great.
Hmm. Very good. Um. Yeah, I may have to give it another shot.
You got to give it another shot.
Dude, it just turned me off so fast, dude.
Right.
It's like I told you before, like the games on Android, man, they've got to be it's like I have to have like one of my friends sitting there going, give it time and you're gonna love the piss out of this game or whatever, but like instantly, like I'm fired up, I'm like, I hate this. Turn it off. It's like I'm so quick to judge
Yeah.
the games on these platforms. And I don't know why. I don't know why I'm like that. I'm a
Mhm.
fucking asshole. But
I've been like that before.
mhm.
Specifically, Summoner's War, that all my coworkers were recommending to me. I fired it up, started playing it, got
Yeah,
I don't know a little bit into it, and I was like, not really feeling this, So I still plan on checking it out, and at least humoring those fellows to see if it's any good at all. So we'll see what happens.
you just want to fit in with your people at work.
Yeah, you know me. I'm a
I don't
people
have any
pleaser.
friends.
I don't have any friends. My only friend is Kyle Penrod.
Man,
I,
dude,
I
you're
tell
not
people
doing
that,
so
and they
good
go,
in the
"Oh
friend
God, I'm so
department.
sorry."
Ass.
What'd you say?
I said you're not doing so good in the friend department there,
Exactly. Oh,
especially
so
since we can't be friends anymore.
why is that, Kyle? Why can't
Oh,
we
I
be
don't
friends?
know. You got it there on the you got it there on the show notes.
So
Why don't you go ahead and make your stupid announcement?
the other thing that I've been playing this week, uh, is oh, I like saying this word a lot. I especially like saying it the way that I say it. I'll preface this with my awesome wife, who's totally not holding a gun to me at this moment to say this, was very generous and kind, got me a great Christmas gift, and let me open it up early. She found an amazing deal on an Xbox One.
Did you
So,
hear that, Kyle? Did you hear that?
did I hear
That
what?
was the
I
sound
heard.
of people unsubscribing.
So I got an Xbox One for Christmas. Merry Christmas to me and to all of you.
Yeah, congratulations, I guess.
Got a really good deal on it. It was a refurb from Microsoft Store. It was like the 330. Came with 3 games. One of them's the Master Chief Collection for Halo, which is I was super stoked to play it. Even came with the Kinect, which the Kinect is normally the $100 more bundle. So
Damn,
uh,
you got all that for 330?
yeah, plus tax, so it's 350.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, it was fucking nuts. It was a nuts deal. The other 2 games were Rise, Son of Rome, and Dance Central.
I'm not going to be playing that one.
No, you're going to be playing it. We're going.
Fuck that. You see my blubbery ass
We're
not playing that game?
we're gonna have a great time playing that.
Ugh.
So, um, yeah. Anyway, literally hours before we started this episode, I was playing the Master Chief Collection, and I started on Halo One because I haven't played Halo One in I don't know how long. It's been 4 years since I've had an Xbox to even play a Halo game at all. Um, and god damn, the nostalgia was hitting me so hard when I started playing that.
Dude, it has been. I don't even want to think about how long it's been since I played Halo 1.
Oh man. Well, and so it has the Halo Anniversary Collection, which came out a couple of years ago for 360. And the
Uh-huh.
really neat thing about it is, they updated all the graphics and everything like that, but they also left in the original game. And all you have to do, you can flip flop between the updated version and the original version by just pressing the back button. It's seamless. It
Oh,
like
wow.
immediately jumps. And so it was like really cool to kind of start playing it and look at like all the new textures and all the new designs, and then just hit that well, on the Xbox One it's like a weird, I don't know what kind of button it is. It's not called the back button anymore, but it's the back button or the select button, if you will. And it immediately just jumps back to 2001, and it's like I remember Halo 1 looking amazing when you
Eh,
play it. In fact, I remember there were certain parts of that game where I would literally stopped and was like looking around the environment because it was like mind blowing how well it looked.
it looks like
And
shit now.
well, hold on. It doesn't look as great anymore. Um, Textures are really bland and not a whole lot going on there, but it's funny how much like I find myself jumping over to the old graphics and forgetting to turn back to the new graphics. So, like, I don't know. In fact, at one point, like, I was just playing, and then like I hit the back button to see the old graphics, and it went to the new graphics. And go, oh shit! I was on the old ones the whole time.
Right.
So, but yeah, so the Master Chief Collection has Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, and Halo 4. It has all the campaigns, plus it has all the multiplayer maps that came with those games. And the coolest thing about it was it actually has like the multiplayer game or the multiplayer modes play by their original rules. So specifically in Halo 1, the big thing that I always enjoyed doing was like doing rocket launchers and grenades on a map that would have a warthog, and like we would all just like try and blow each other out of the warthog. Because it took no damage. The warthog did. Like you would take the damage, but the warthog itself was fine. And I mean, you could blow it sky high. It was just fucking nuts. The physics were just insane. In Halo 2, they changed it to where if the warthog took too much damage, it would blow up, and then you had to wait for another one to respawn. So like,
Oh shucks.
yeah, yeah. And Halo 1 was never online on consoles. It was online for PC, but I never played it on PC. So I'm like super stoked to check that out. The game has had a rocky launch with matchmaking and everything like that. So hopefully it's working okay by the time I actually get to play it. But I'm stoked. I really want to like just playing those first two levels of Halo tonight. Like I want to play through all of Halo because it's been one of my favorite series, and I just like it's been so long since I've touched it. I can't wait to touch it or to touch it again. It's got to be a better way to saying
I
that.
want to touch it. I want to touch it.
So yeah, it's
I want to touch its butt.
I want to touch its butt. I want to touch Halo's butt. But
Ha!
yeah, thanks. No, man, you gotta come over. You gotta come over. Like I don't know how much you like played Halo or enjoyed Halo or even heard of Halo. You
I
know,
played Halo 1 on the PC, and that's
yeah.
it.
Well, you gotta come over and check it out. Which means you're gonna have to commit a
I
cardinal
ain't
sin.
touching that fucking thing. I
Dude,
ain't even gonna be in the same house.
come on, it's
I'm
on.
not even breathing the same air as that Xbox is breathing.
Don't give me that bullshit,
I ain't
Kyle
doing this
Penrod.
shit. You're gonna have to put that shit outside for me to come over.
You walk in. Is it in here? Well, yeah, just for a minute. No, I'm leaving. Leaving.
Nah, I'm out of
Out of
here.
here.
I am prejudiced as hell against
Oh, come
Xbox.
on. What if I would have bought a PlayStation?
Well, wouldn't have a problem.
Well, you've said numerous times on this podcast, mind you, that Sony sucks.
Sony does suck. They did one thing right. PlayStation. That's it. They ain't got nothing else. Everything else that they've ever done, shit.
Shit.
Absolute
Shit.
shit.
Well, believe me when I say the PlayStation 4 was the console that I had planned on buying. And I gotta say, like, I think it was like 2 episodes ago we talked about the price drop that Microsoft did, and I gotta say, like, it was a pretty smart decision because that made it all the more appealing to myself. So much so that I ended up getting one. So,
Honestly, though, it doesn't matter what console you have. I'd be like, oh, you fucking console. He's got a computer upstairs, you know.
Don't worry. Hey, I am not by any means or stretch like a fanboy of anything. Like, I still plan on getting a PS4, and I still plan on upgrading my PC because there are certain games that I can only play on my Xbox. There's only certain games I can play on my PlayStation. There's only certain games I can play on my PC, and I'll be damned if I'm going to miss any of them if I want to play them bad enough. It just
Man, you
makes me
got
fucking
problems.
forever. Yeah, I know. It's an addiction.
Oh man.
So,
Did I tell you about my buddy Dwayne, his son's Christmas list this year?
oh God, what?
He has got every console on that list, and then next to the console, every game that he wants for it. That kid's got game addiction worse than you, my
Oh
friend.
man. Dude, I was like that when I was a kid. I miss those days actually. It was great, you know. Specifically just like being able to have the time to like play all those games and whatnot. I mean my parents barely ever actually bought me a console, let alone games for any console that I
Oh,
own.
tell
But
me about it.
you
I
know,
think I only remember one birthday that I got a console for,
mhm.
and that was a Sega Genesis. and because my parents got because I went from an 8-bit Nintendo to a Sega Genesis.
Sacrilege.
Well, I didn't know anything back then.
I didn't know any better.
Um, but and I'm pretty sure they got the Nintendo just for no reason, just
Hmm.
because they wanted it. So
Gotta play that Tetris.
Super Mario Brothers, sucker, Super
Yeah,
Mario Brothers.
yeah, that's true. Sorry, my mom was like really big into Tetris and Dr. Mario growing up, so
Oh, my parents loved Dr. Mario.
oh, Dr. Mario is a very, very big hit in my mother's household. In
Oh yeah.
fact, I got her that once for I think it was like Mother's Day. I got her a Super Nintendo SimCity, Vegas Stakes, and Dr. Mario slash Tetris. And literally, it was like the best Mother's Day ever. I was the greatest son of all time.
Wow.
I'm pretty much it's like my shining moment as a son.
That's it.
Yep, that was it. I should have just killed myself that day. That was as good as I was gonna get. I've been nothing
Just
but a
end it
failure ever
all.
since. So, no, I remember the N64 coming out and writing a Christmas list for my dad that had the 64 on there. And he was like, I don't think we can really afford a N64. And I was like, oh, it's all right. I'll ask Santa for it. And I was like, as an adult and a parent now, like, that's going to suck so bad. Because it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, Santa Claus isn't real. And I still have to pay for that.
This is
So,
why you need to teach your kids that Santa Claus isn't real fast.
no, I can't do that, man. It's so great seeing them get so
Just
excited.
diffuse them. Just tell. Natalie's 4. She's already too old. Tell her now.
No, man. No, I'm not going to, and I swear to God, if you ever come over here and tell her, I will stab you in the heart. I will
Man,
end
if
your
I
life.
if I come over to my best friend's house and tell his 4-year-old daughter that Santa Claus isn't real, I have no heart. All right.
That'll be the big reveal. I'll stab you in the heart.
Yeah.
You'll be like, I have no heart.
It'll be.
Your eyes glow black.
Oh
Fire
my
starts to
god.
come from the ground.
This is the most morbid Christmas ever. Holy shit.
Oh man. So yes, I got an Xbox One. I'm super excited. Thank you to my wife, who's not holding
Yeah,
a gun at me
thanks,
right now,
Kylie.
to say that. It was hilarious too because when like I knew I had gotten it like last week and it was shipped and everything like that. As soon as I found out, I think I was like texting you and she's like, "Did you tell Kyle?" And I was like, "Nope." She's like, "Why not?" I was like, "Cause he's gonna be fucking pissed."
Because he's gonna be fucking pissed.
And sure as shit, you were over here on Saturday and I told you and you like walked out the door. Fuck this.
I was leaving.
Yeah, but it sounds better when
That's why you told me that then. Because you fucking knew that there was going to be too many things happening at your house that day that I wouldn't be able to handle. So you decided to leave that for the end, dude. You'd
yeah.
have been like, oh yeah, this person's coming over. And I would have been like, all right, I don't like that. And then something else happened over there. And then I'd be like, I don't like that. And you'd be like, and I got an Xbox. And I'd be like, I'm fucking out of here.
3 strikes, you're out.
Yeah. Like,
Oh
holy
man.
shit.
So I mean, you're gonna have to come over and play. Like, obviously, it's, I mean, if you think about it, this is sort of like my second job. I needed something for my second job, so stay a little more up to date. So, I'm excited, man. You gotta play Halo.
I don't even there isn't any games on any of those consoles that I really want to play, that I gotta play,
Yeah.
so whatever.
Yeah.
I got too many other devices. I'm not buying a fucking other device, dude. I, I walk around with with a backpack that has a laptop in it, a
Hmm.
charger, 2 tablets. Uh, I'm between tablets right now, so I'm just carrying both.
Between tablets. Nice. That's a
And
good
I'm
first
looking
move.
at another fucking device, dude. I found this fucking Asus. It's an 11.6 inch laptop. It's got an Intel Atom processor. Now, if you don't, I don't think we've gone into like just straight technology on
Yeah.
this podcast, but like I'm fucking huge dork.
Yeah, that sounds like a netbook to me.
It is.
Yeah.
But it's a more up to date one, you know. Fucking it's got an Intel Atom. This year, dude, I have been so like into like low power computing. You
Hmm.
know, so like that Atom processor really appeals to me. Thing is, it's got just about the same specs as the tablet that I have.
Yeah.
The tablet that I have is got Windows 8 on it.
Yeah.
It's eight. It's an 8 inch tablet. But this thing is actually almost as much as the tablet that I bought. It's
Hmm.
$150. And it's about as big as your Chromebook,
Oh,
you
okay.
know. And it's like, man, dude, I fucking want that thing. But then it's like, I got all this other shit. Quit buying stuff because it's cheap, you fool. You
Quit
know? Like,
buying stuff, you dumbass.
yeah.
Hey, if it's what makes you happy.
Oh well, you want to talk about what makes me happy?
Let's not go there. Let's not go there. I take that back.
Okay. Yeah. See, there you go.
All right.
If,
Well,
in
I
the
think.
words of Sheryl Crow, if it makes you happy, it can't be that bad, right?
All right. Well, I don't have anything else to say on Halo Terror Battle. Kyle, do you have anything else to say on Order and Chaos?
Nope, sure don't. The only thing I got to say is the Xbox sucks.
Thank you for that enlightening piece of information. Um,
I'm gonna get you a hat that says Xbox sucks.
awesome. I'll wear it every time I play it. Um, shit. What was I just gonna say? Thanks. Thank you for fucking that up.
See, the Xbox sucks, man. Every time you think about it, your
Uh,
brain formats.
all right. Well, that's gonna do it for this week. Thanks everyone for joining us. Kyle, thank you for joining me. I do have one more question for you though.
Huh.
On the audio version of this podcast, as we close this out, would you rather hear some music from Terra Battle or would you rather hear some music from Halo?
Well, the Halo. Do we get to have the like the da 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 da
Hell
da
yeah.
da
Why
da
would I do
da?
anything
All right,
else?
yeah, do that
Okay, it'll be that.
one.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great night.